Starbucks is now asking the White House for a meeting after President Joe Biden met with a pro-union barista last week during a roundtable discussion. For more on this, let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Dani Romero with the latest. Dani.
Yeah, Starbucks is now criticizing that recent White House meeting that was held with different labor union representatives. In a letter sent to the White House on Thursday, Starbucks is saying that they are deeply concerned that Workers United, the union representing baristas across the country, was invited and that a Starbucks representative was not invited. They say in the letter, we believe this lack of representation discounts the reality that the majority of our partners oppose being members of a union and the unionization tactics being deployed by Workers United. Now, Starbucks employees across the country have voted to unionize and be part of this national union, Workers United, since December, which has been supported by President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. I spoke with a barista who was invited to this meeting, Laura Garza. She is a union leader at the Starbucks New York City rotisserie store. And she described this experience to be very humbling and also, humbling for her and also to represent her fellow colleagues and her baristas. In Garza's opinion, she says this meeting, the main goal of this meeting really was to recognize the right to organize. She also described some of the challenges that they are facing, these pro-baristas are facing. She says when it comes to organizing, she says it can be really extremely lonesome, also isolating at times when it comes to organizing, especially at a company where there is aggressive anti-union tactics. Now, I did follow up with a law professor at Arizona State University who said that while this meeting is really significant, he says it's really unclear if much legislation will really follow this, especially he could really compare that to the minimum wage where, there have been, we've been seeking a lot of changes there for decades and not much has really happened. Brian?
Dani, I'll take it. Actually, Starbucks also facing over 200 alleged violations of the National Labor Relations Act. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, you're right. The regional director of the National Labor Relations Board in Buffalo issued a complaint on Friday that allegedly accuses Starbucks of 29 unfair labor practices that include over 200 violations of the National Labor Relations Act. Now, the NLRB allegedly accuses Starbucks of interfering and restraining and coercing employees that are seeking to unionize. Now, this is a really significant move for the NLRB because the unionization efforts really started in Buffalo and then spread across the country. So, it's really a place where Starbucks has lobbied really against unionizations in the beginning. So Starbucks sent us a response to that complaint, and they said, quote, the complaint issued by the NLRB regional director in Buffalo involves important issues. However, Starbucks does not agree that the claims have merit, and the complaint's issuance does not constitute a finding by the NLRB. It is the beginning of the litigation process that permits both sides to be heard and to represent evidence. We believe that the allegations contained in the complaint are false, and we look forward to representing our evidence when the allegations are adjuncted. So, again, like I said, this is a really significant move for the NLRB to really file this complaint, especially since it started in Buffalo, the unionization efforts.
All right, major conversation and dialogue moving forward from here on the employer relations side at the Green Siren brand. Thanks so much, Yahoo Finance's own Dani Romero, breaking all of that down for us this morning.